Okay, welcome back. This is part two of the show. I'm gonna send this good link out, and man, we getting heated up, Jack. It's getting heavy in here, man. It's getting mad heavy. You know what I'm saying? Uh, shit. Oh, excuse me. But yeah, man, it's a lot to be said. It's so many different things to say about this topic, and we're gonna cover as much as we can. You dig it? Let me spin this out right quick. John,
what up, brother?
Man, bro, look, man, I got a lot of shit to say, bro. On the real side, man, this shit is
Will Smith. I shouldn't be. No, fuck that. I can be disappointed. I'm disappointed in Will Smith, man. I look up to that. I still look up to the nigga. I'm like, man, I'm proud like I know the motherfucker for real. You know what I'm saying? Like, this nigga that made it. You went from Fresh Prince to now you done all these movies and you successful and shit. You ain't been out here on all that bullshit with everybody else. You ain't got 15 different baby mamas every other week and shit like that. That's my take. Now, I'm not gonna throw him completely away because and this is how would you say it? I guess his first offense that I'm aware of him doing something that's like bogus. This is like his first offense to my knowledge. Yeah. So I ain't gonna throw nobody away because I done fucked up and did some dumb shit. Now, granted, with that said, he's 53 years old. So it's important to note Will Smith 53, and when I did a bunch of that dumb shit, I was fucking in my 20s. So, but still, okay, people make mistakes. But yeah, he got to hold this L, man. He just got to hold this L and stop the bullshit. Like I was talking when I was young, man. If you fuck up publicly, you apologize publicly. That bullshit ass apology he did at the award show, that was bullshit. As far as I'm concerned, you smacked him again because if you was a real man, you would have. If he was a real man, he would have went back to his seat, thought to himself, that was fucked up. That was fucking stupid. Whatever. Or even if he didn't believe it, because we're living today in the age of motherfuckers just say shit, right? Everybody's their own goddamn press agent. So he went to his seat knowing he's gonna have to do an apology tour. He knew that shit. But the second he sat down, he knew, God damn it, now I gotta go. So why not just start it off at the whatever it was and just get it over with? Just like, okay, look, I'm just gonna start here. Hey, Chris, I'm sorry, I was love it. Whatever words you want to use. But the fact that you had to wait a whole day, that was more bitch shit.
It speaks volumes. It speaks volumes, bro. And what's really fucked up is like, we always talk about black folks need to unify and all this other shit. Well, you done went up there and you slapped the icon in the face in front of all these people, black, white, the whole fucking world, all over national TV. You smacked this man in the face over some petty bullshit. That's what that was. Over words, over a tiny fucking joke. If Chris Rock would have went up there and said something about the entanglement, or if he'd have said something about she was a hoe, or if he'd have said something like that or called her a bitch, something really offensive, yes, cool. It would still been fucked up that you did it, but then I would have understood it. But he didn't do nothing of the kind. He didn't even go that far with it, and he could have. All y'all businesses out there for everybody to see because y'all put it out there. So then now you want to get upset because a motherfucker he didn't even make a reference to y'all personal lives or nothing like that to me. It was some shit. It was basically the G.I. Jane shit. Okay, this and that. You get up and you embarrass this man. That's what hurt me. And you can see the hurt on Chris Rock's face. Like, damn, man. You know what I'm saying? The shock,
the hurt, like.
The hurt on his face. You hit this man in his fucking face. Fuck Will Smith, man.
So did y'all not hear after he said the joke? Did y'all not hear what he said behind that?
He said that
because that's what really no. After he said the joke, everybody looked because everybody saw when people around her saw Jada face. Everybody, he was like, "What? It wasn't even that bad."
It wasn't that bad.
He said no. I went. He said no. It was that was light. Something he said behind it. Joke. So he made it feel as if he didn't even have no remorse for saying the joke.
Why would he have remorse for it?
That was not the most offensive. That was not that joke. Okay, let's think about this for a second. Alicia already said.
See, it's not the joke. It's not the fact that the joke was. He didn't say the joke was so bad. It was the fact of how she feels about the hair loss. It's nothing that she let
no.
She just said she don't care. She learned to embrace the hair loss, but it's nothing that she's comfortable with.
She couldn't have embraced it because she
she embraced it, but just because she embraced it don't mean that she's not sensitive. It's
so you want me to you're asking, but you're asking a lot of people. You're asking people to interpret your moves and your shifts and your change.
Impossible.
That's not my responsibility. You have to keep all that shit in check. I can't be responsible trying to figure out when you offended, when you most offended, when you might be okay with it, when you want to talk about it.
Just because she embraced it don't make her.
But at the end of the day, again, Tamika, at the end of the day, if you talk about it and you talk about it publicly and say it's not a big thing, do not expect me to think anything other than what you said. I don't know you. I'm not personal with you. I don't know your habits, nor am I going to even try to interpret it, even if I do know your habits. But if you're talking about it in a way where you're saying that you don't care, it doesn't bother you, don't care what people say, then I'm going to take you at face value. So I may say, G.I. Jane, not to offend you, but because you said you don't really care and you're open about it, I'm thinking it's okay. It's not my responsibility to field your feelings. That is unrealistic. That's an unrealistic expectation for me to have to try to figure out how everybody I encounter feels. Now, being respectful, being kind, courteous, those are things I can control. I can't control that somebody I may encounter may have a trigger word of salt and they slap the shit out of me. I don't know that's your trigger word. Right. And I shouldn't have to change. Shouldn't have to be required to determine your change in your body and look at your move for I know that that's a trigger word. I don't know it. So of course I couldn't have offended you because I didn't know it was offensive to you. Right. And
what exactly? Can we get like a list of stuff that's off limits, just so I?
Oh, okay. Well, what I just said before. What I think personally, if Chris Rock would have came and called her a hoe and talked about Tupac and this and that, or if she'd have talked about, he'd have said something about the entanglement bullshit and fucking this young nigga. If he'd have made a joke about that, I could see Will Smith going up there behind that shit because that's directly offensive. Even though they did put it out. Even though it's public information that they voluntarily.
So him calling her and saying G.I. Jane 2, we're looking forward to that. That wasn't that.
G.I. Jane.
What is offensive about G.I. Jane?
Why would he pick up? First of all, the lady who wrote the joke, because I agree with Alicia. If I was Will, I'd go fan her and fuck her up too.
No, because say something.
Why would you look at Jada and say G.I. Jane 2? Like, I mean,
okay. I tell you. I swear to God,
excuse me, crowd. John has the floor.
Hold on. We gotta do this right, y'all. I know everybody got a lot to say. It's a good topic. I want to hear from Ebony. Ebony, what you got on it?
Okay, y'all, I might get booed for this, but G.I. Jane was a good ass movie.
Okay,
it was.
Okay, yeah.
So it was. And G.I. Jane was a badass.
She was. So I took it as him referring to Jada as a badass. She could play that part. I don't see what was so offensive about it. But I also feel like he may have felt like, or from what it looks like on the outside, he was damned if he did and damned if he didn't. Mm-hmm. Because, again, if he wouldn't have said anything, everybody would have been memifying him, calling him all kinds of bitches. Mm-hmm. Or maybe somebody else would have took it like us and the shit could have slid past. But on the offside, it's like, damn, if I don't say nothing, I look like a bitch. The bitch that everybody been telling me I am. The bitch that I'm being portrayed as in public and might be costing him movies. You never know.
You talking about Will?
But then look at the flag from him doing it. Now I'm scared I'm gonna see Will on Boys in the Hood Part 3 or some shit.
You're not gonna be able to play that part. You ain't gonna be able to play that part.
I mean, but wait. But can I also point this out? Because y'all say, okay, y'all he could have said, okay, Jada, she felt your paper role. Tiffany Haddish was also in the audience, and she also have a bald head, shaved head. I don't think he could have made that joke about her. Like, I'm just saying, that joke, I can get why they felt very much, because it was many other women in that he could have. Shalon Lathan, she been cut her hair before.
was sitting at the top of
wait.
It doesn't matter. They were it. There were other women if they wanted to tell that joke. Why point Jada out, knowing what she's going through?
It was gay people in the audience and they made gay jokes.
Right.
And they known for slapping.
Yeah.
And gay people don't smack you. They just go end your career. Can't you see they trying to end David Chappelle right now?
Right.
So I'm just saying, would you rather for him to get smacked or got his career ended? Which one?
Check this out. Okay. To me, like Jada's gonna get more attention than the Tiffany Haddish or Sanaa Lathan today because she's Will Smith's wife. She's Will Smith's wife. Okay. So it's really not about Jada. Jada's like a sidekick to a Will Smith status-wise. So you could have said the same thing about the other two, but it wouldn't have had the same impact because they just kind of like, they there, but they not really big like that. You know what I'm saying? So I get why he did it. And the whole thing is to entertain the crowd. It's probably people in that crowd that didn't even know who Tiffany Haddish was. For all the fuck I know, she's fairly new. She's not really big like that. She's not big like how Will Smith is big. You see what I'm saying? So it makes sense why the lady wrote the joke. And then another side note too is Alicia was talking about he should have the same energy for what's the lady name? Amy, whatever the fuck her name is. Her. I'm gonna tell you why he won't. It's because if you go up there and you smack a white woman, you know your shit is over with. Now, see, what make it so to me fucked up is that you went up there and you did this to a black man because you knew that it was gonna have some consequences, but nowhere near the consequences had it have been that white woman or some non-black person or a white man for that matter. So you got away with, you did the shit because for one, I think he thought that this dude ain't gonna do nothing. Nothing about Chris to me says that he's the type of person you can't step to. Same with Will Smith. Will Smith is a non-threatening black male. Cause shit, I mean, hell, if I was on stage and Will Smith was walking to me, I wouldn't have felt offended at all. Cause he doesn't look, it ain't like it's 50. It ain't like it's one of these big niggas and shit. It's Will Smith. Nothing about him says threatening. So when he got hit, he just looked more surprised than anything. Like, where the fuck did this come from? And especially over something that minor. And the nigga was sitting down laughing. He was sitting down laughing up until I guess he saw her face. Then now, I gotta go up here. I gotta go do something to this man. That's foul. He's an icon too, a black icon. He been spent 30 years in the game just like you did. And you embarrassed that man over this nothing ass broad. That's what I feel about it.
But that nothing ass broad is his
nothing
wife.
Is fuck that. Look, that's how I feel about it. He's not worth it.
And they both, and we wanna say Jada nothing. Jada and Will both have their relationships where they cheat, whatever. That's why I say I don't think it was no buildup. I just felt like, hey, this is my wife. You can't do shit. I'm gonna protect my family at all costs. I don't care. I can see
if he went over there and grabbed her ass. I can see that. I can see if he called her a hoe or any of that other shit. Then I can see you standing up doing some shit like that. And even then, you shouldn't have did it. You shouldn't have embarrassed yourself. When you went up there, you representing your whole family. But as far as black folks, you representing us too. You went up there and you hit another black man in his face in front of all these white people. You are fucking wrong.
Don't say that another time. Don't say in front of all these white people as if they some kind of fucking statue of civility.
Okay,
don't say that. Don't say that because it means that we gotta live up to white. Fuck them white people.
No, because you know what? I think subliminally we do anyway. Because everything we're trying to get the same shit they got any fucking way. Let's just
but when you say stuff like
neighborhoods, the same houses, we want the same fucking jobs. Let's just be real about it. We want the same
money. I want money like white folks.
Right, exactly my point.
I want money.
Right, let's just be real about it. Okay, what I'm saying is,
and that's why everybody feel he wrong. He feel it wasn't right because he slapped a black man in front of a room full of white people.
I think
he shouldn't have where the fuck he was at.
He shouldn't have done it.
That man.
He shouldn't have done it because
you was wrong for that.
He was just wrong. Yeah, it didn't matter if Chris was black or white. He shouldn't have done that, and he should have had enough composure and gathered himself and just had to talk with Chris, or even slapped him back there. But
on the low
to be slapped on national TV, and his joke wasn't the fuck. I mean, how would he gonna know G.I. Jane was offensive? He could have. I don't know what he meant. He could have meant that he thought she was a badass, she was strong, and that's a movie he could see her playing in, like maybe trying to get her goddamn another job. You don't know, but to come up there and slap him like that, like what kind of, like for him saying that shit? And we've all heard Jada jokes from other comedians. And again, I can understand why he did it, because he felt like he should have, but it was still the wrong response. And he should never have even stepped to Chris in a public forum like that. Fuck that the white people was there. It's just a matter of being a man and being respectful and handling things in a way that you are able to recover privately. Like, I don't know, people are assuming that they know Will and Jada, and they had an open relationship and they this and that. We only know the snippets that they share with us. Right. We don't have a complete picture of what their relationships look like, what he do, what she do, how it work, whatever it is, because they still together. Mm-hmm. But I think that I wouldn't cancel Will, but I think that same energy and that same effort, like him just getting on Instagram apologizing, that shit is bullshit, is garbage. Shit. Because what he did was so egregious to Chris Rock that he at the very least owes him to come in his face, in the same space with him, and have a conversation publicly about what he did, because he embarrassed that man. That man left after he left the stage. He left.
Yeah, he left out the back door.
But he also could have, like, that could have went so many different ways. Like, we don't know what kind of pressure Chris is under. So if we're gonna use Will, we can talk about, we don't know what situations people got going on, and it could have been where he stepped off that damn stage, went and got his pistol, and came back shooting up, and like it could have went so many different ways.
Or he could have killed himself.
Right.
See, it could have went a lot of ways.
It could have went, and all it required was for you to have a little bit more composure, and you know, and have some, like, show dignity, because that's really, and I think for most people, they're surprised, because for both of them, again, they have very good reputations. Like, you don't hear too much about them doing too many crazy things, and they always handle themselves like very intelligent, very articulate, you know, very, like, they're non-threatening, they're funny, they're present. We're aware that they're black, but they don't do a whole lot to make you think they know rah-rah niggas. So to see Will in that light, you're kind of like, well, goddamn. And then you feel bad for Chris, because he looked like his feelings was hurt, because he was like, wow, Will Smith just slapped the shit out of me. And he kind of tried to laugh it off, but what the fuck else could he do?
Right.
Well, there was nothing for him to do. So I think he's owed a very big apology. I don't think that joke was meant in a malicious or mean way. And again, if you on social platforms and on the news and everything saying that you don't give a fuck about what people think about your hair is bald, it is what it is, then
it should have been an issue.
You assume the risk, because it's unfair of anybody to ask another person to dictate what they say based on their mood or how they think they feel or whatever. I'm not clairvoyant. I can barely figure out how the fuck I feel most days. So me trying to encounter somebody else and try to dictate, I think it's an unfair expectation. So if it's offensive to you, then it's offensive to you all the time. But if it's open and everybody can talk about it, then that's going to be all the time. And you can't pick and choose when you want me to shut up about it and when you're offended about it, because then at that point, you just need to say, that's just off limits altogether. I'm not going to talk about it and you're not going to talk about it, and that be that. But you can't expect people to know when you okay with it and when you're not. It's unfair.
And that's why I say, you know, if you felt that way about it, then don't show up. You could have stayed your bald head ass at the crib and chilled and did whatever the fuck you wanted to do, and it wouldn't have been no issue. Because if Will was there by himself, he wouldn't have went up there, joke or not. Because from what I gather, he had to look over at her and see her look on her face, and then went up there after he just got done laughing at his wife.
You do realize
and everybody around him,
right? You do realize this man is an actor. You know, they are paid for showing emotions that they don't feel. That could have hurt him. That could have bothered him. But
I also laughed right before I hit somebody too. I've laughed before I hit somebody. So
me too. Laugh.
I've done that a couple of times. I'm about to laugh and hit you, Kennard. Last couple of weeks I was laughing, trying. I was like, I'm fucking out of
My fault, you know.
You gonna do it again. You a habitual lie stepper. That's just what you are.
I be trying. Look, no, but that's what I'm saying. Hey, I get what you're saying. I do. I get it 100%. That's fine. But see, I agree with Alicia 100%. You should have pulled him to the side and had a man-to-man with him. That's the way men handle shit. I ain't got to sit up and embarrass you. That's you. Or you could have went up there and talked shit about him when you did your speech. There's a lot of ways to do shit, but you didn't have to go there with it. That was deliberate to embarrass this man. And then when you did have a chance to apologize, you apologized to everybody and their mama except for the man that you hit. And that's fucked up. That's just wrong. That's something you're never going to get back. You may not even get invited to the Grammys no more. You're never going to get that opportunity.
Oh, no, you're not going to face no consequences. They said that already.
Okay, good.
He ain't going to face no consequences. Huh?
Keep their ass at the crib because he don't know how to act.
They was talking about unenrolling him from the academy. And,
Good.
No. They just said it on the news. He's not gonna face no consequences. They was all talk. They just said he's not gonna face because Chris Rock been filed charges. He declined the foul charges. And
no, see, here's the problem I got. Because I personally think Chris Rock should have filed charges. But the fact that he didn't, okay, that's great. But we're essentially talking about these people are at their jobs end of year award ceremony. That's essentially what the Oscars is. All of them are actors, and it's like if the post office for you, Kennard, had an end of year, what's called it, or if you was in the Army, this is your end of year, party. So legal consequences is something different. Whatever your job decides, that ain't got nothing to do with the law. You just fucked up this goddamn end. So I don't think they should ever take away his Oscar because that's a different. The question isn't should this affect what you did in the past? No, you got the Oscar, you did the job. Okay, cool. Should you come back next year? I don't know what policies that they have for if somebody fucks up like this, but he should have some type of sanction. He should have some type of nigga, because what does it say? If not that you got this much money, you are above reproach. Like this shit is wrong. It would be wrong for a 7th grade boy to do. I don't have a son, but I will fuck that boy up if I had a doggone son. They did something that's stupid. He's 53. He's older than me. He should have some type of consequence.
Straight up. And that's the fair way to handle it, and for no other reason. So that way you keep that bullshit out of your ceremony. Because this here was that to me, there's nothing that transpired in what Chris Rock said.
What they gonna do is, I swear to God, it seems like they just gonna say, fuck it, no more jokes at the Oscars, which is like part of the fucking Oscars.
Yeah.
I was saying,
that's a good point.
When Alicia was talking, that he better be glad that wasn't Ricky Gervais, because they've been probably rolling around on that goddamn floor. That man right there. That man right there don't play no games.
Ricky Gervais went in when he lost the Oscars.
That's why they stopped asking him, because he would be saying some off the wall shit to everybody about everything.
Right.
But that's
fuck
his
your
humor.
money. You getting these jokes. Whoever you are, you getting these jokes.
That's what it is. I mean, like I say, you don't like it, then don't go. You could have got your award in the mail. They would have announced your shit. You know what I'm saying? Real shit. I'm just saying, like, my thing is, I try to avoid conflict. No, I'm just saying, fuck it. I mean, because look, if this is
in the mail,
you can tape it on your DVR and shit when they announce your name and all this, and you can watch it and like, oh man, we should have went. No, they just send your shit in the mail because she got this little issue or whatever, and I don't want nobody to talk shit about her. So fuck it, we just not gonna go. We can just stay at the crib, we order some popcorn or some shit like that and just chill out. And then when it come in the mail, we just take and throw it on the mantle or some shit. But you ain't have to be there. See, when you show up, you know what I'm saying? Like, that some shit, motherfuckers can say some shit. Motherfuckers could have been saying
I need an Excel spreadsheet from now on. I need everybody to walk around with an Excel spreadsheet that says specifically what is too far for you. You gotta let me know. I joke all the time.
I'll leave mine on my desk those days.
Since I don't take myself serious, I think everything is good to go. You know what I'm saying?
That's just little. I'm gonna cut you off, bro. But that's this little punk ass culture we grew up, all of us grew up in an era where they used to say a lot of offensive shit on TV, and
You got roasted.
it's all good entertainment.
Every day you got roasted shit.
Right. And see, these guys are in their 50s, so they come from the same era of that brand of comedy. This is what comedy is. The man's just doing his job. You know what I'm saying? This is what it is. I mean, you know, it's never been anything different than that. And then now it's a thing where, oh, you can't talk about me because of this. You can't say that about this group and that group over there because they're this or they're that. See, that changes the whole narrative of society today, that you have to watch your words. You know,
they want to be treated equal and not be talked about. You can't have both of those things. If you're gonna be treated equal, that means we get
with a fucking name like Willard. You would think the nigga would have thicker skin by now. His name is Willard.
And speaking of Willard, we got Ill Will in the building.
Hey, what's up? What's up? Hey, don't be talking about my name. My name is Willard too.
Is it real?
Willard too?
No, no.
I'm finna flame your ass.
You gonna get all these jokes.
Yep.
Hey, you know it's that Mississippi name, Ed?
Yeah, Willard?
Yeah, that's some country.
Yeah, right.
That name come with pig.
That name come with some motherfucking Lee overalls, a straw ass hat, and a little dog.
Hell yeah.
That's crazy. What's up, Tamika? What's going on?
What's up, Will? How you been?
I'm all right. What's going on? What's the topic we talking about? We talking about Willard?
You know we
Yes.
You already know.
I feel bad for the brother, man. I don't feel bad for him, but man, you can't lose your cool.
You're right.
You should have just stared at the dude. He should have slapped her off stage.
You're right.
Wait till he got to the back and slap her. But I wouldn't did it no way.
If you
That's nuts.
drinking the pink panties, nigga, what the fuck is in that cup?
Oh, this lemonade. This bread. Hey, look. What is that? It's some fruity stuff.
Yeah, you over there, you're having a sexy drink.
Right? What's up, Alicia? Why you so quiet?
She ain't been quiet.
Right? Okay.
Let me just put that out there. I'm sorry.
Oh, you just put it out there?
That's why we always fall out, Canard.
Alicia, wait, boy. She wait. I ain't finna say nothing, mama. I finna sit back and be cool.
I agree with you. Like
He should have slapped that mother in the backstage.
He should have did it in the back. He just did it. What he did was he should have put his hands on him.
He shouldn't put his hands on him though.
But if he felt the need to do it, he should have taken him and he should have waited to the back.
I mean, let's just be honest. That was some bitch shit because he know that Chris wasn't gonna do that.
Straight up.
There's a couple of people.
Well, I don't know. I've been looking at the replay a little bit. His reaction like he was gonna swing on him.
Yeah,
but
I don't take nobody lightly.
No hoe. I don't think he's no hoe nigga.
I don't think Chris Rock no hoe either. Like people making him out like he was just like, oh, he's scary. Well, Chris Rock ain't never act like he was scary to anybody.
To be the composed one, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah, I think he was shocked.
Be like, wait a minute, this can't happen right now.
Right. I think he was shocked.
Will Smith is one of them fucking little marshmallow ass Libras. I'm sorry. If anybody
girl, they crazy.
He a Libra? A marshmallow Libra?
Yeah, he's a Libra.
Hey, I like me and my DJ. Parents don't understand. This shit. Right now, Leo Street. Come on, don't throw the whole cow away. Oh, you talking about Wild Wild West? Throw that shit out. Welcome to Miami. Throw all that shit out. That shit, throw all that shit in garbage. Hey, Canard, throw some that on, man. Me and my DJ, that shit hard.
Did I just hear somebody defend the Wild Wild West?
That shit garbage, though. Wild Wild West.
We ain't gonna act like Will was all the way wrong. He wasn't.
He was wrong.
No, he was all the way wrong.
No, he was wrong on putting his hands on the man. He was wrong. He should have looked at him though. Now, if you try to, I'm just saying, if you try to defend his wife, you should just stare at him like, man, Joe, what the? I would have waited till he sat down, like, what the fuck, Joe? But you know, he knew the man was coming on stage.
Where you get fucked up at?
But you know,
He knew the man was coming on stage.
Mama told y'all that
because when you think about it, that's saying act without thinking.
Right.
Sometimes you need to pull back from situation.
And that's what
no,
he did.
that's not what he did. That's not what he did. That on-site shit only worked for certain offenses. That was not an on-site offense.
I agree.
No,
right.
I'm not saying on-site. He did act without thinking. He did think about his actions where he did. I'm not saying he didn't think about it. No, he did act without thinking. That's why he did. That's why he did it. But
no,
is he human though?
Now I can see if it was a filming him on the red carpet and he already talked to this brother and he already said it multiple times to him, hey, don't mention my wife like that or this and that, and it's filmed him doing it. I still wouldn't say he should get up and put his hands on him. He should have gave him a look like, what the fuck, dude? We just talked about that shit.
Right.
Now you being like, now he out of line. Now he could have, if he never put his hands on him, he could have turned the shit around on Chris Rock. It'd been worse than a hit.
Mm-hmm.
All he had to do was just like, Joe, I talked to this guy. He don't know how to stop. He's just out of control. What is wrong with him?
Mm-hmm.
He's just going.
Will Smith actually said that. So Will Smith said, speaking of Chris Rock, I talked to Chris Rock before.
That's all he had to do.
But
I didn't know that.
Let's assume that he didn't get specific. So let's just say Chris was like, Will Smith said, hey, don't make no jokes about my wife. Don't keep that offensive shit. Don't bring up no entanglement shit. Okay, cool. I would have never thought in a million years that a G.I. Jane joke would fit into the category of offensive.
Right.
Because you can't say, don't say nothing about my wife ever. Dog, come on. She's still a celebrity. Y'all, come on. You get an award tonight. Right. We have to say something about you.
He could have talked about her ass on the Matrix ass.
Yeah, I heard she was on the Matrix. I didn't believe it.
So wait, so Will did have a conversation with him about making jokes.
You said talk to my ass about that. What?
Give it up.
But this dude, I think it's further than that. The way this dude sensitive. Him and his wife got an open marriage, and some went too far in they shit. He just need to leave her ass alone, or she need to leave his ass alone.
I'm gonna tell you what happened. They had an open relationship, and she got stigmatized. She got stigmatized by a young man. That's what the fuck happened.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
That's what happened.
And but she catch feelings, and yes, she broke the rule. She broke their rule in their engagement ring.
He chose to stay, right?
So that
means that
he should suck it up.
You have to let that shit go. If you chose to stay, and I mean, obviously, if he chose to stay, that's something they worked through. So I don't think that it was just like I don't like Tamika said. I don't think this was a exploding moment. But we never know. Maybe
her talking about it intensively, like in detail, might fucked up the rules. He like, I don't mind you doing it, but now you go into details on your fucking show.
Right, and that's exactly that's their
too
problem.
Far.
That's
now
you don't put your.
I know people that open shit, and they ain't going to details now. Go on social media and be like, hey, Joe, he was good. Yeah, he was like this. No, that's too. I don't know too many people. That's too far. Fuck that. You asking for it at that point. But regardless of the matter, he shouldn't have put his hands on Chris Rock. It had shit to do with him. It had nothing to do with him or the show.
And you can't.
He should just stop showing up around. He should let her ass go by herself.
Right.
If he's so fucking bald, then let her ass be by herself.
He was being nominated, and like they were saying, this was one of the biggest nights of his life.
I would still let her sit back. Stay home then. Stay your ass home.
I have a different scenario, and this is just a big what if, and I'm just throwing this out there, right? She knew what the fuck he was going up on that stage for. Now, me, I would have had enough sense. This is not the time. This ain't the place. You check him later for this.
That's true.
I wouldn't have let him go up there.
Yeah, I looked at that too. It's like she don't even care.
She don't give a fuck.
That's why I would have left her ass at the crib. Like, what the fuck?
What if
you can't go nowhere with me.
What I mean, and there's so many different scenarios. What if they had just had a fucking argument, right? And you know, their emotions and shit is still high.
You like, can I fuck him after the Oscars? After you win the Oscar, can I fuck August after?
You know what I'm saying?
Can I fuck August after September?
It's like that's what I said too. That's what I said.
Like, what the fuck? I'm finna go get my award tonight.
How she be at the house feeling about what's going on with her? We'll probably look at it like, okay, this really bothers her. Even though don't nobody know that, like Alicia said, we don't nobody know. We not supposed to be responsible for how you feel. But at the same time, we're probably looking like, damn, I'm trying to make her feel good about this shit. Then motherfuckers making jokes about it. So now that's just more pressure on me. So he reacted.
You think so? You think it's because of hair conditioning? I don't think.
Yes, it was because of the. Yes, it's because.
I don't think she cared. I don't think she cared.
That went way deeper than that.
I don't think she cared.
There was some undercurrents.
No, because she wouldn't have a black woman. I don't care if she's a wife, a daughter, anybody. She is not waiting on nobody to confront a motherfucker talking about her. I ain't met a sister that have done that.
The reason for her hair loss, that alopecia, that's a deep emotional.
No, but what I'm saying is she wouldn't wait till he got up and did anything. She would have cussed his ass out from there.
Right. If she felt that offended,
ain't not one sister would have waited to like, boo, go get him. No, she would have cussed his ass out. Yeah, motherfucker. Right. She would have looked at him like, yeah.
She
would have said something to him.
She said 2 words. And then
she would have said something to him.
That bad. If it was that offensive, it could.
Yeah, I mean, I feel bad for him because he let his emotions get the best of him and even letting her play him. Because I feel like Jada played him a little bit too.
Been playing his
likely.
You can't turn.
Because no woman, I don't care if she is your wife. I'm talking about a joke now. I ain't talking about usually a wife was like, hey, babe, he put his hands on me. Go get this nigga. Right. I could see that. But if a man speaks and say something crazy, a joke, no, she got that. Now, a woman don't mind that. I got all that smoke. Oh, he won't talk about me? I'll talk about him. And she gonna investigate. Somebody like Alicia, she investigate the whole situation, his whole life. And then said one thing that hurt his feelings right back from the seats. Babe, don't even get up. I got him. I know what he be doing too. No, I just think it's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird to me.
It's petty.
Now here's another scenario that I saw, and it got me to thinking. And this could just be reaching, trying to dig deeper than what it really is. But there's been a question, if he was defending a white woman like that, would it have been such an uproar?
If he was defending a white woman?
That people, and basically a lot of people are not used to somebody protecting a black woman.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Here we
go.
I do. Hey, you know what I do, Kadar? Like, here come this nigga.
Please. Y'all know I don't
generally. He's like, hey, killing her with that, Joe.
Y'all know I don't generally agree with Uncle Ruckus. However, today I agree with Uncle Ruckus. Like this, like just trying to separate it into something other than what the fuck it is. Right. He smacked Chris Rock. Let's not start narrations where if it was a white woman and black women, we know black women are the most unprotected. We know that. But this right here is strictly has nothing to do with, people were upset and people were taken aback because Will is not known for that. That's not his behavior, that's not his personality, that's not his character. So for him to do that, people were taken aback. People also thought that while we can understand that he felt like he had to stand up for his wife, what Chris Rock said, was we really didn't understand why it was so offensive to her. Mm-hmm. And then 2, we didn't understand why he felt need to, like, at that moment stand up there and slap the shit out of him like that and then walk back and do what he did. So we don't know what took place. Like Ebony said, they could have gotten to a fight. They could have, there could have been a lot of things going on. But again, as adults, we are expected to compose ourselves and to keep check of our emotions and our feelings. And that's what he failed to do. And even in him failing to do that, we have to remember that although they're in the spotlight, they're human beings. They're fallible. They're gonna fuck up some shit. They're gonna get some shit wrong. And because of that, just because we can all do shit that we we might have to come back and fix, apologize for, whatever. I don't want to hold him and be like, yeah, what he did was fucked up and foul. And I really think that he needs to apologize to Chris Tucker. And I'm glad that it didn't go any further than him.
Yeah, damn right. All the Chris's.
But
Tucker.
I also agree that we should be having conversations. We should be having conversations about if it was a white woman, because I think it takes away from what we actually need to be talking about.
Yeah.
We need to have our emotions in check, period.
Yeah.
Like
I think you're getting over sensational wise to me too. It's not like he hit a woman. Like he went up there, slapped a woman.
Right.
It was a dude. It was a guy. It was a guy that almost like he was finna protect himself. Chris Rock from Brooklyn now.
He don't have that. But I think Chris Rock, he was a lot more professional and more put together than Will was at that moment, because
that's true.
He looked like he wanted to hit him. Chris kept
to me, it looked like he did.
Less than a minute, y'all. Less than a minute.
He kept it professional, and so keeping it professional. And again, Will is fallible. He's human. So I think that people unfairly hold these folks to standards that they don't hold